China's ultra-high voltage power grid, the future of global energy. In the race to lead the global energy transition, China is going big, really big. With a network of ultra-high voltage, UHV, transmission lines spreading across the nation like a spider web, China is making a bold bet that massive, long-distance power lines can be the key to a renewable future. But will this gamble pay off, and what can the rest of the world learn from China's megagrid strategy? A giant's power hub, Fengxian Converter Station. Picture this, a sleepy village near the sprawling metropolis of Shanghai, known for its quiet vegetable plots and serene canals. Suddenly, in this rural landscape, a massive green structure looms, a building designed not to blend in, but to stand out. This is the Fengxian Converter Station, a critical hub for China's growing UHV power network. Here, electricity travels from the far southwestern regions of the country, covering a staggering 1,900 kilometers, to power one of the world's busiest cities. The power that Fengxian receives comes from the Xiangjiaba hydropower station, which harnesses the force of the mighty Jinsha River. It's all made possible by UHV technology, a game-changing development for energy transmission over vast distances. The Shinkansen for power, China's bold UHV vision. UHV transmission lines operate on a simple principle: higher voltage equals lower current, and lower current means less energy lost as heat. This makes UHV incredibly efficient, enabling electricity to travel far distances with minimal loss, perfect for a country as vast as China. Dubbed the bullet train for power, these lines have become a cornerstone of China's energy strategy, allowing it to connect remote renewable energy sources with distant urban centers. The construction of UHV infrastructure started in the early 2000s as a response to chronic power shortages and growing energy demands. China's state-owned grid companies pushed for UHV technology to create a nationwide supergrid, capable of ending blackouts and centralizing energy resources. Despite initial opposition over concerns about cost, reliability, and environmental impact, UHV made it into Beijing's national plans, and China hasn't looked back since. Building the renewable superhighway. With 38 UHV lines in operation and many more under construction, China's focus has shifted from coal and hydro to renewables like wind and solar. These sources are often located in remote deserts and mountains, far from the bustling cities where electricity is most needed. UHV technology allows China to tap into these resources, transferring electricity from one end of the country to the other with remarkable efficiency. As China continues to ramp up its renewable energy deployment, UHV plays a crucial role. By connecting regions with vastly different weather patterns, China can mitigate the intermittent nature of wind and solar power. When the sun sets in the east, it's still shining in the west. When one region experiences low winds, another is swept by powerful gusts. UHV lines make it possible to balance these fluctuations, ensuring a steady and reliable power supply. High costs and big rewards. The benefits of UHV come with a hefty price tag. China's investment in UHV infrastructure is estimated to have exceeded 1.6 trillion yuan, $222 billion USD, with individual projects costing billions each. These costs demand high utilization rates to make economic sense, leading to a continued reliance on coal to fill gaps when renewables fall short. This is a challenge, as coal remains a significant part of China's energy mix, even as it pushes to hit renewable energy targets. The economic burden of UHV lines also highlights the tension between centralization and local generation. While UHV can send renewable energy across vast distances, some argue that local solar and wind projects, alongside microgrids, could offer a cheaper and more flexible alternative. The UHV strategy, they say, might be overlooking the value of local, distributed energy solutions. The risks of going big. Building a massive power network comes with its own risks. In 2022, China experienced power shortages in its southwestern Sichuan region, even though it's home to some of the world's largest hydropower plants. Why? much of Sichuan's power was locked into UHV lines heading to other regions, leaving local grids undersupplied during periods of high demand. Critics point to this as evidence that megagrids can be inflexible, highlighting the need for a more dynamic and resilient grid system. There's also the danger of large-scale blackouts. In 2003, a failure in a single power station caused a massive outage across parts of Canada and the US, affecting 50 million people. The bigger the grid, the more catastrophic a failure can become, making maintenance, monitoring, and safeguarding critical. A global model? China's success with UHV technology has not gone unnoticed. Countries like Brazil and India have begun to explore similar projects, though none operate at the same scale. In Europe, plans are in the works to use undersea cables to bring solar and wind power from North Africa to cities in the UK and mainland Europe. Cross-continental energy sharing could be the next frontier in global energy cooperation, but challenges around cost, regulation, and public acceptance remain significant barriers. A future built on multiple solutions. For all the excitement around UHV technology, it's unlikely to be the only solution to the world's energy transition. Local microgrids and community-led renewable projects offer flexibility and can engage the public in new ways. They reduce dependency on faraway sources and can foster greater energy independence. Anthony Froggatt, a London-based consultant, emphasizes the importance of a diversified approach. It's not just about delivering power efficiently, it's about building awareness and understanding of where energy comes from. China's approach, with its massive scale and centralized vision, is one answer. But the ultimate path to a renewable future might require a balance of big grids and local solutions, ensuring energy security, reliability, and sustainability for all. Conclusion: will China's bet on UHV pay off in the long run? Only time will tell, but its bold strategy is already reshaping the global conversation about how we move electricity in a renewable world.